Okay, for this project, we're going to delete a few scenes from a movie and then match up the subtitles afterwards. So I'm going to be using Shooter. It's a movie from 2007. First, we're going to create a folder. It's going to be a project folder. I'm going to name it Shooter Project Folder. And we're going to go to the folder that actually has the movie, which is this one. So here's the Shooter. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to copy the SRT file. So originally they were .sub and .idx, that was all I had, so I had to convert it. I just went on this website right here, Subtitle Tools, converted it. Anyway, I'm going to copy the video file and the subtitle file. So copy, Control C, I'm going to open up the folder we just made and paste that into there. And while that's opening, we can open up Premiere. So it looks like that's done. And while Premiere is opening, let's rename the files to make everything easier. So I'm just going to name this Shooter, and this one, subtitle file, Shooter Subs. And now for Premiere, it's open. Let's go to File, New, and New Project. Okay, well, I'll name this Shooter Edited. Let's click Browse, and let's save this project file into the folder we created earlier. So it's Desktop Shooter Project Folder. So that's where we want to save our project file. So okay. Alright, so now that that's open, let's import our files. Drag it into this window right here. And so yeah, as I said earlier, renaming it makes it a lot easier. So here's Shooter, and here's the subs. So now that we have these imported, the first thing we're going to do is drag the video file into the timeline. Just click and drag. Now it's there. Okay. And now we're going to grab the subtitle file. We're going to drag that into the timeline. We can just put it just above. So now in order to realign everything, because right now the subtitles aren't even matched up, I'm going to maximize this. What we can do is just press the plus key on your keyboard. That'll zoom everything in. And then you can scroll using the scroll wheel on your mouse. That's going to scroll left and right. And then if you're not seeing the subtitles pop up here, you're going to need to go to this wrench. Click on that wrench icon. Closed captions display. Make sure it's enabled. This is tiny, so what we can do is double click it. Click and drag until it gets bigger. There. I'm going to drag this window down. Give it some room. Okay. So let's click on movement. This caption right here. I'm going to double click on it. Honestly, we can just click on this, press Control C, and click on the timeline, time code, press Control V, paste, enter. And I'm going to press the minus key, which is going to zoom out. There we go. And if you have snapped turned on, right here, this should make things easier for you to move things back and forth. So it looks like everything's aligned pretty well.
Movement.
Scroll down a bit. Test it, see if everything matches up. So if you press home, then this playhead, this is called a playhead right here. Playhead will go all the way to the beginning of the timeline. So I'm going to press home. There you go. I'm going to press plus key to zoom in. So if you want to adjust the size of these media clips, you can go to this bar over here, click on one of the circles, and drag it up or down. And down here is for the audio. You can do the same. We can mess with this later. The next step here is to place a marker at the beginning and the end of every scene that we want to delete. Quick tip is to use the J, K, and L keys on the keyboard. So that's going to allow you to scrub back and forth. So J will rewind, and K will stop, and L will forward. And if you press them multiple times, they will scroll even faster. So I found a clip that I want to delete. I'm going to place a marker here, pressing M. And I'm going to press M one more time. So M twice. And I'm going to click red. That's going to tell me that's what I want to delete. And let's scrub through. So that's the beginning of the clip. And using the arrow keys for precision. And that's the end of the clip that I want to delete. But I'm going to press the right key one frame over and press M here. So this frame we're going to keep once we delete it. Everything before this marker will be deleted, but this frame we'll still have it. After placing markers on that video clip, you want to delete all the captions that are within that video clip. So here, I'm going to delete this caption. Make sure you highlight the black caption and just press delete on the keyboard. Okay? And the next step is super important. So go to the next caption that immediately follows your red marker that you just made. So I'm going to go here. Remember to zoom in and go to the beginning of that caption. Press M. Oh, I did that. So I'm going to Control Z. And remember to have the blue video clip highlighted. So press M here. I'm just going to leave it that color. It's going to indicate caption. And then go to the end of that caption right here. Press M again. Okay. And now just do the same process, repeat it for all the other clips that you want to delete. Now that we have all of the markers placed, we're going to start deleting the clips. Let's zoom in. I'm going to press Shift M, which automatically goes to the next marker. It's here. I'm going to zoom in here. And I'm going to make a cut at the playhead. So press CTRL K. So that cuts the clip. Now we're going to press Shift M again. And to go back, you just press Control Shift M. Like that. So I'm going to make another cut here. Right. And select that clip. And press Shift Delete. Right. Zoom in. And then we're going to go to the next marker. And here, if you need more room, we're going to press the squiggly line on the keyboard, which is on the top left corner of your keyboard. I think it's called a tilde. Press on that squiggly line. And you can press again to go back. But you're going to click on the caption. Make sure the black caption is highlighted. Okay, so we're going to grab the beginning of this marker. And we're going to pull it all the way back until it snaps. We're going to select the marker again. This time we're going to hold down Control or Command. And we're going to click and drag the end all the way to the second marker. Make sure there's a line that appears so that you can snap it. And that should pull all of the captions after this caption back. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the next clip. Control K, Shift M, Control K, Shift Delete, press Shift M, press the squiggly line, zoom in, now make sure the black caption is highlighted again. Hold down Control. Pull all the way to the marker. Perfect. To create an audio transition, just go to the project panel, click on the arrow right here, select Effects, go to Audio Transitions, drop down menu, Crossfade, select one of these. Constant power is usually good. And drag it, click and drag to the timeline, and place it right on the audio clip. If you don't see the audio clip, remember you can just press Shift and the plus sign, or you can mess with this bar over here. Once we're done with all of our edits, it's time to export, starting with the subtitle file. So go to the project panel, select the first tab, make sure that this subtitle file is highlighted. Go to File, Export, and Captions. Press OK. Go to Desktop and go to our project folder. We can create a new folder. We'll call it Exports. Open that folder up. We're going to save this in. Okay. Sure. Subs. Edited. Save that. To export the video and the audio, you're going to need to make sure that none of these are highlighted. So you can just click anywhere in the timeline, then go to File, Export, Media. From here, go to the presets. Right now it's high bitrate. So here the estimated file size is 9 gigs. We're going to reduce that by going to medium bitrate. And we're going to make the output name sure clean. Make sure it's in the right folder. So here it's exports. Yep, that's where we want it. And earlier I should have renamed the subtitle file with the same name so that we won't run into any issues later on when we're playing in certain programs. So press save. And as for captions, we do not want them burned in. Let's press none. And yes, maximum render quality is okay. And everything looks good. I can press export.